Hi, this is the second step of making your LeadGen form live. So now we're looking at designing your form and giving it your individual touch and branding style that you like to use on your website, that it matches whatever branding you have. So in the first step, we looked at building the form, and this is the form we have so far created. It's an inquiry form in a multi-step format, and it's just branded in the colors that are provided by LeadGen if you don't do any customization. So now let's go back to the builder, and now let's start designing it. To start designing your form, you click here on the design section, and now you'll see a lot of options of giving your form the individual touch that you're looking for. So here you see the menu of the design section. We have theme setting, typography, UI elements, and step navigation. So firstly, theme setting are the overall settings where you could define the colors, the active colors. So for example, active color is the one here which is used on buttons and in those question fields. If I change that, you'll see these two elements change and it will straight away give you a different look and feel of your form. But you could also do that individually per each individual item. But if you wanted to do it for the whole form and straight away change, let's say from blue to red, you could do that here, and then the whole style of your form will change. So now let's put it onto red here. You see, yeah, the colors are completely different. And also you can change the primary font family, the font that is used across your form. And if you click on this, you'll see a bunch of Google fonts loading up in here. So there's a lot to choose from. So then we also have themes, which are basically designs which we already provide, just like basic ones. But the cool thing is you can also create your own theme. So if you have, let's say you have built and designed your whole form, what you do is you simply go here on save as custom theme and you give it a name. So you could say my branding and you save it. That allows you to open this up anytime again. So all the choices that you've selected in here will be saved. And let's say you build a new form from scratch, you don't want to design it again. You can simply go on custom themes and upload that my branding theme again, and you have the same colors again, same fonts, same red. That's a pretty cool thing and saves you a lot of time. Let's now dive into the individual ones here. First one is typography. So here you see again the fonts you can choose for each individual item. So you could change the font for the question title, you could change it for the question description, which is this one here. You could change it for the input box, which is here, and for the text elements, in case you add any text boxes in between or above your questions. So that's what you can do here, and then you straight away see the effect on this preview section. So if I was changing the input box text, which is right now in red, I could do that here, make it full black again. I could also change the background color. So I could put this slightly in gray, for example. I could change the size to make it a little bigger. Also change the height, so I can make this box a lot bigger. 70, you see it would be a lot bigger. And then basically it suits whatever font size I need. So I could make it even as big as that. I could change the spacing. So if I increase this, you'll see that the questions will kind of be more spaced out. So if I put this to 45, you'll see they move more apart from each other, which is often a good thing to do. So this is a nice setting here, input boxes to move the boxes, the question boxes a bit more apart from each other. So this is the typography section. There's lots more, just showing you this for input box. Text element has the same thing, question description has the same thing. So you can literally do that for every individual element. Now let's look into the next section here, UI elements. This is giving us a lot of options to give our form the right branding. So firstly, in the form section here, the form tab, you could change the background color of your form. So let's say we want to have this in dark blue, almost black, for example. You could do that here. And if you want to use LeadGen directly as a link share, not embedded in your website, you can also change the whole background of your canvas, of the whole page. But we don't need that for now. So then you can change the border style. Border radius is the whole setting here, basically the edges of your form. So if I put this at 10, you'll see it will have rounded edges. And then lots of other things, like if you want to have a progress bar, if you want to have a shadow around the form, all these things. Now that we go with this dark background, we'll obviously have to put the text back to a bright color. So white, I would suggest. So I go back to theme settings and change the text here to white. Now let's go back to UI elements. There's a few more things that are interesting. Again, lots of things. I'm not going to go through all of them, but for example, this is quite interesting here, questions. So you could have the questions marked with this asterisk star, or you could also remove that. So it's normally on, but it's also like you don't have to have it on. If you just have a short form, just like name, email, phone number, then I would just turn it off. You could hide the question labels completely on all questions. That would look like this, and you would just have these boxes. Select is basically all about the buttons, button style, and so on. And then we have input box, which is basically those input boxes that we've added, border skin only, and border color. Then you have another option here, choice image icon. So basically, if you had image questions where you not just have buttons to click, but images to click, then you have a whole bunch of other settings right here to choose from. Okay, then let's preview the form for now, what we've already done with it. So this is how it looks now. Final bit of customization you can do is change the button style. So the button right here, we haven't touched yet. To change the button style, simply go here on step navigation. And now you see you can customize the back button, this one right here on multi-step forms, continue button, and the submit button. The red color, let's keep that for now. That's our branding. Let's take that. Let's also give it a corner radius and make it a little bigger. Now, another great thing you can do is change the text which is on this button. So instead of continue, you could also type in next or next step or move on. You can add an icon as well. So these are like little elements, like adding another icon here. For example, you could search for whatever icon you would like to use. For example, arrow. And then you could add something like this. And this is how it looks now. Now the same thing for the submit button. And here we could also choose an icon. And then you can add like a sign like this. Submit is usually pretty basic text. So I would also change that and customize it to, let's say, for example, send message. So once you've done that, don't forget to save your form. And that's it. So now we've done all the design customization. And if we go on preview again, we'll see how it would look. That's it for the design part. And next video will be about embedding the form we've just built into your web page. See you then.